Welcome back to another video. I am Ramona, and today's little topic has been, how has a paranormal experience made you believe more in religion or a personal belief that you have? This is over on the ghosts subreddit. How has a paranormal experience made you believe more in religion or a personal belief you have? It can either be negative or a positive story. For example, maybe having your home prayed over, or a spirit went away, or spirits playing with specific religious decor in your house. I want to know some stories. First one was, I was religious at a very early age and I could see ghosts then. And the replies are, a lot of people have stories about how they can see spirits at a young age. I had young lung cancer 3 years ago and I prayed for the Archangel Raphael to come and heal me. A week later, I saw his emerald green and gold star, and the following day it had disappeared. Second story. I was raised in a very religious family and married a man who comes from a very religious family. So I was taught and believe that our loved ones don't become ghosts any more than they become angels when they die. If you see a ghost, there's usually a reasonable explanation. If there isn't, then you're seeing a demon. Demons have the power to trick us by masquerading as loved ones or others. Anything to take the spotlight off of Jesus. Demons will play on your weaknesses, such as the sadness over losing someone. Just what I believe, not saying that anyone should think that. A bunch of interesting experiences of people experiencing sleep paralysis, and the name Jesus gets rid of the oppression they were feeling. Only experience I've had, and that I feel was a solid experience, was in Nova by Ball's Bluff, north of Leesburg, site of a nasty bit of Civil War battle. Look it up on if you're a buff of that sort of stuff. Friends moved to the area, and when visiting, we went for a late night hike in the winter back to the battleground. I heard a distant shout, which seemed to be more of a mental sound than audible, but picked up by my ears, and distant, not necessarily measurable, but felt distant. Friends did not hear it, and as simple as it was, it left an impression on me. I have been learning about CI lucid dreaming and I don't know, binaural rhythms. That's the first I've ever heard of it. I think all seeing miracles do have an explanation that we may not be ready to understand yet. And the reply was, it was said that a person can remember his or her dream to a certain time, but in my case, I remember most of my dreams. And honestly speaking, most of my dreams contain some horrid characters transforming into my family members. I don't know about the process and stages of lucid dreaming, but in my case, I can feel the burn or sensation on my body if something is happening with me in my dream. Likewise, once when I dreamt about cutting myself with a pair of scissors from my sister's room, and I could feel the pain and reel, and I still remember my teeth were rattling at that moment. In dream, and even in reality, I could feel the sensation of my mouth. The one horrifying thing has been happening to me since past 3 years, and I constantly see a slender, tall, silvery man in my dreams, and it keeps waking on water, giving me a creepy smile. It feels like he wants to greet me, but this dream never stays long, and I certainly hop into another dream after seeing this person. And the dreams I hop into either are those of a short example of my future upcoming, or the extended version of my past traumatic experiences. I have been distracted from my work recently a lot because of this fluctuating dreams. It is surely affecting me, but I can't share it with anyone because I know they are too realistic to believe this. Investigations and study of the paranormal have not changed my religious, more spiritual beliefs. While investigating, I have seen folks become religious. I believe when we get rid of an entity, it need not be inhuman demonic. Many times it is an entity that has a strong attachment to the home or the property, and they can remain after death. I think it may be because we can sometimes drive an entity out. They can turn back or become more involved in their religious faiths. I have not normally seen any real reaction to religious objects occur. I have seen a home where apparently the entity did not like where a potted silk plant was located, so they moved it. That was a very interesting investigation. I grew up in a religious family, but my parents believed in the whole love and take care of one another message and taught me to do the same. I didn't continue going to church, but I still believed. My son unalived himself when he was 23. I discovered his body. Cut 2. The police arrived and asked my sister and me to remain outside till the coroner arrived and allowed us to call the funeral home. I told them no one else had been notified and asked if I could retrieve my cell phone and call family. An officer said that was fine, but I needed to get the phone and come right back outside to make the calls. I entered the house that I was reaching, and as I was reaching for my phone, I experienced what felt like a man-sized hand press against my upper chest, just enough pressure so that I'd stay still. Then I heard a man's voice say, "This is real. You're not going to wake up from a dream and everything will be fine. You need to breathe and get ready because you have a lot of hard things to deal with." Next, the officer knocked on the front door and told me to hurry up and come back outside. I've had several paranormal experiences. It impacted me in two ways. First, it taught me that strange things really happen. Second, it made me very curious as to know what it was and also made me realize that I don't know anything about it. Is it a ghost? Is it a glimpse from another time or place? Is it a shared mental image where multiple people can witness the same thing, but it's actually a telepathic thing and not external? I mean, we really don't know shit and really can't answer these questions. But I know whatever it is actually happens, and that's all I know. As an atheist, till my psychotic break at the state of the pandemic shut down in 2020, ever since I've experienced weird synchronicities, developed psychic gifts, and can channel spirits. I can feel energy changes. Sometimes I cause lights to flicker and issues with electronics and Wi-Fi signals. Sometimes spirits will tug on my hair or my shirt or lightly touch my skin. After experiencing all this, I can no longer say that I believe in nothing paranormal or supernatural. I have believed in the paranormal since a very young age. Most of the places I lived at that age were very old farmhouses, houses where people had died. Oh yeah, I keep holy water and rosaries around because they got whatever the hell was following me. I'm not even Catholic, but I believe in God. I've had many experiences with the paranormal. It's both been terrifying and fascinating at the same time. It has always pushed me toward religion because I know that there is more out there than I understand. My former belief in nothing got tossed out the moment I had a spirit interact with me. Not just seeing it, but it interacted with me, changed my entire belief system forever. I think that's what happens with a lot of people. You don't necessarily believe or want to believe in this stuff until it happens, and then it's kind of hard to doubt your own senses. I mean, there's people that still do, but once you have a personalized experience, it's hard to deny things. You may not understand all of it, you may not have a word for it, but there's definitely something there, definitely something you can't explain, and that's okay. You don't need to have everything explained to you in your life. Mystery and taking things on faith, and I don't necessarily mean a religious way, but just taking things on faith is good. It really is. You can only be logical so much of the time, right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do any or all of those things. And go check out another video if you don't mind. If not, that's cool too. But thank you, and we'll talk to you later.